What the hell? Dude, that was so weird. The picture was like all bent over. I was like, man, is the picture wrong? I was like, has the picture been knocked over? And it was my webcam. It was upside down. So that was embarrassing. Is this normal? Does the background usually look like this? Usually like this? I can't figure it out. Anyone? We're live, folks. Your hair looks very clean. That's the baking soda o'clock. What's up, everyone? Product placement. Old times, eh? Listen, I'm gonna put the nature's healing music on in the background instead of this crap. Where you at, bro? Ah, it's better. Hang on. Ditch that. There we go. Oh, we go back to the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. TG, what's up, dude? Welcome, everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Where's my slippers? Yeah. You know you've made it when you go to work in your slippers. You know that? I'm working right now, folks. I'm working, and I'm in my slip doggulars. No, because we're on YouTube, okay, and it's a good vibe stream, because we're on YouTube, I'm not going to be talking about anything to do with anything. If you want to talk about absolute nonsense, we can do that. Okay, but I am not about to get... if I get one more strike, they just delete the channel for good. Right? And obviously I just start a new channel, but that's just like, I can't be asked. You know what I mean? I can't be asked. So I'm going to try my best not to violate the incredibly difficult to not violate terms and conditions. I don't even know there's this single thing that we can talk about. Is there anything you can talk about on YouTube? What do I say? We can talk about how much I love Hillary Clinton, I guess. Is that what we can talk about? I mean, I'm actually thinking to myself, is this worthy of a contact strike? They can't give you a strike for sarcasm, can they? Surely not. Oh, they just write cyberbullying on it, don't they? Oh, I love you, Peter. Are you allowed to say that? Do you remember when they banned the president of the United States of America from Twitter? How bloody ridiculous was that? Sports. We can talk about sports. Can we talk about sports? We can talk about sports unless an athlete collapses in the middle of the game. And we just have to be like, oh, that was completely normal. If we're talking about sports and one of the people playing the sport collapses in a heap in the middle of the game, don't expect me to even bat an eyelid, folks. I'll just be like, Dude, somebody can be clean through on goal and they'll just face plant right in the turf. I won't even bat an eyelid on YouTube. I'll just be like, oh man, looks like a goal kick. I won't even say nothing. I won't say anything. Can you talk about Bitcoin and Theta? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I think you can talk about Bitcoin, but you probably have to. I don't know. What do the World Health Organization think about Bitcoin? That's what I have to think. I guess you just have to call up the World Health Organization and say, listen, what's your policy on Bitcoin? Because I'm going to do a YouTube video later. I want to make sure that I hit all the T's and C's. Talk about church. Interestingly, I got my third YouTube strike on my main channel before for reading the Bible. Well, actually, they said it was an old video, but whatever. Hoggy says, that looks like a stylish mug, Alistair. Talk to us about it. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'll be talking to you about the God Wins double-sided 11-ounce drinking mug. Link in description, folks. Link in description. If you want to own one of these, the link is in the description. Best way to support the channel, buy yourself an 11-ounce double-sided God Wins drinking mug. The mug that keeps on drinking. Is that the catchphrase? Yeah, sure. Google runs a theta validator. I'm going to be honest with you, Paul. I still don't properly understand what a theta is. I still don't properly understand what a theta is. Bitcoin, I'm like, right, I've got my head around Bitcoin. I even understand how to work my Electrum Bitcoin wallet. Okay? I totally understand now to like the level of a, competent sort of 14-year-old Bitcoin now, right? As soon as I get comfortable with Bitcoin, all of a sudden we're on theta nodes and stuff. It's like, nodes? When you start talking about nodes, I'm like, help. Nodes? For real? Nodes? What's a node? We allowed to talk about nodes on YouTube? Sure we are. It's a heater with a thermometer. That's not bad, you know. Can you guys hear the background music that I've got on? Out of interest. Hoggy said he ordered 2 mugs last night. Oh, I saw you. I saw you. Trust me. Every single person that purchases the Godwin's double-sided drinking mug, I get an alert on my phone. And because my living room is full of these mugs, trust me, I appreciate it when someone orders a mug. Because I'm getting a lot of... If I don't sell these mugs, my wife is going to think I'm an absolute idiot for filling the living room full of them. But loads of people have bought them already and are buying them, so I think we're good. I really want to think about what product to do next. You know, I'm really loving doing products again. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the products that we get sold by like Amazon and stuff are so terrible. Like, when I say products, I mean like the t-shirts they sell us are crap. You know, like the supplements they sell us are crap. The shampoo's crap. The toothpaste crap. Everything's crap. Everything's got chemicals in it. You know? Everything's rubbish. You have any idea how difficult it was for me to source the t-shirts and the hoodies and the stuff that I sell on www.godsavethestream17.com? I can't sell the t-shirts anymore because the guys stopped doing them because they're too high quality. The only t-shirts you can offer me are just gash. You're allowed to talk about t-shirts on YouTube? I honestly don't know. Do you remember when Amazon just sold books? Nah, I can't be bothered to do T-rings. T-rings? Key rings? Nah, can't be asked. Flasks is next on my list. Funny you should say that. I'm talking to a flask guy right now. I'm talking to a flask guy immediately. But I'm just trying to get the logo on there. I've got a good flask guy, but he can't get logos on there. That's not doing it for me. These guys can do laser engraving. But I kind of want the Godwin's logo. I don't know how laser engraving is going to look. I'm not sure. Trouser flasks. Sure what you mean there if you're being serious. Keyring would be cool. I just can't get excited about a keyring, man. I want to sell something that I'm excited about selling. You know, like if I'm selling people shampoo, like the shampoo, the baking soda I'm using to wash my hair is so good and there's 0 chemicals. I'm well excited to sell this, right? I can't get excited about a keyring. You know what I mean? Yes, a thermos-style mug is what's coming next. Is that something people want? Hip flasks. I was thinking about selling hip flasks. They're an option. But I don't know with being a Christian whether like selling people like booze drinking hip flasks is the way to go. I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing. Fish dog lighter. That's quite cool. Okay, thermos flask it is. Thermos was next on my list anyway. Thermos mug is the winner, I think. Can't be bothered to do a pen. There's no high quality pens. You know what I mean? It's just pen is just a pen. You know what I mean? I can't get excited about pens. Thermos mugs, water bottles, thermos mugs. That's what people want. Thermal mug is exactly what I'm looking at. I wonder if I can find you what I'm looking at. Let me see if I can show you what I'm looking at. Here we go. Yeah, this is the boy. Here you go. That bad boy. That's what we're looking at. So like a beautiful little drinking cup. Good, eh? What do you guys think about that? Is that what we're talking about? That's what I'm thinking about doing next. What you saying? JP is interested. Perfect. Is it metal inside or plastic? Stainless steel. It's double insulated with a stainless steel interior and exterior. It's really good, to be fair. What do you guys think? It's going to be expensive. Well, listen. The thing is, with a good like drinking cup, I don't mind if it's expensive. You know, like for a really good quality, like these Yetis. These Yetis that somebody actually sent me. Someone sent me $30. It was good golly, Miss Molly sent me $30 to get a Yeti, and I got one, and then I own 4 of these now because they're so like durable and like. And I didn't mind paying $30 for this because I probably wouldn't have got it if someone hadn't recommended it. But this is such a good drinking cup, and a good thermal drinking cup is such a good quality thing to have that people don't mind spending money on them. And I'm not gonna be looking at $30, by the way. I'm gonna be looking less than that. But I'm just telling you that like they go up to like $30. I'm telling you, that's how much Yetis cost, Toffee Girl. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Godwin's chess set. Don't know if I can get chess sets on wholesale. Don't know where I put the logo either. Do they have a thermos mug with a handle? What's a thermos mug with a handle? A thermos mug with a handle? I don't think so. Actually, they do have a thermal mug with a handle. What's a thermal mug? Actually, they do have a thermal mug with a handle. Is that something I'm interested in? AWS gave me a camping mug, which was like a thermos. What's AWS? AWS. What's AWS? Does everyone know what AWS is apart from me? My printing guy wouldn't even do stickers. Do a lunchbox to go with the flasks. I'm not doing bed sheets because I don't know anything about bed sheets. And if I did bed sheets, I'd want to do really high quality bamboo bed sheets. And I just wouldn't know where to get them. I can source like good t-shirts and mugs and stuff, but like bed sheets, come on, guys. I'm not Debenhams. Draw the line somewhere. Stickers, the thing is with stickers is they're very difficult to. Well, this is what my printer guy says. He says they're very difficult to do. They require like a lot of complicated print work, and the margin on them is terrible. So he's just not even interested in doing them. You know what I mean? Amazon Web Services. I can't even remember what context that was used in now. Did Debenhams go bust? Man, who hasn't gone bust? Welcome to the Good Vibes stream. I'm pretty sure that they're closing down all these stores on purpose, you know, so that no one can get anything good. The same way, do they think I haven't noticed that, like, all the, like, high-quality meat and stuff is just going out of the supermarkets? Like, you can't really get free-range chicken very easily at all now. All the free-range eggs just say free-range barn eggs. It's like, what the hell is a free-range barn egg? You've just locked all the chickens indoors permanently, right? And you're just saying free-range still on the boxes. A wallet or a credit card holder is also a good shout. The thing is, before I start doing too many more products, I would like to sell some more of these mugs. You know what I mean? Once there's a bit of room in the living room, I'm sure Joe will be much more open to me getting new product lines in. You need something people use every day. Exactly. Tesco today have permanently closed butcher and fish counter. Which Tesco? Like all Tesco? I've noticed that, like, Sainsbury's don't really do a deli and a fish counter and stuff. They really are trying to reduce the amount of, like, food we can get. It's crazy. I have noticed that they're starting to take, like, meat and fish options just out of the supermarkets. They're just sort of shrinking the aisles, but they think most people don't notice. I don't buy meat in supermarkets anymore now, really. It's such dog shit. Like, you can't buy, like, meat in supermarkets anymore. But, like, bacon you cannot get in supermarkets anymore, man. It's so disgusting. If I eat supermarket bacon, I get ill. And because I don't eat any seed oil anymore, or at least I try not to, you have no idea, or you probably do, like, almost everything processes off the menu. Everything's got seed oil in it. Everything. You want a jar of sauce? Forget it. I had to make my own white wine and cream sauce last night. Usually I'd get a can of Home Pride white wine and cream and add some chicken, and that'd be my dinner. But last night I looked at the ingredients. It's like rapeseed oil, and it's like, listen, there's no bloody reason why you need to put rapeseed oil in a jar of sauce. You just don't need to. You're just putting it in there because it's poisonous, you know? Bread is one of them. You should see me at the supermarket. Every single loaf, I'm trying to find a loaf of bread. They've all got seed oil in them. You don't need seed oil in bread. I found one loaf in Morrison's. The Morrison's own brand wholemeal didn't have any seed oil in it, so I bought it. You know, but usually, again, I don't get my bread from a supermarket anymore because of the seed oil thing. Yeah, they put sugar in bread. It's disgusting. No, I'm with you, man. I know it's a hassle, but that's the point. I said to Joe, like, it's a little bit of a hassle, but honestly, it tastes better, and I don't mind a little bit of a hassle to get rid of all this shit ingredients that they poison us in all our food, man. I would highly recommend making your own bread if you can do it. Making my own bread is just, I don't have the bandwidth for that at the moment. I don't think. How do you know that, Rick? They put floor sweepings in sausages. Seed oil's terrible for you, man. Rapeseed oil especially. And rapeseed oil is in effing everything. sausages, bread, mayonnaise, Hellman's mayonnaise, or any mayonnaise that's not specially non-seed oil mayonnaise is one of the worst things you can possibly eat because it's like 70% rapeseed oil. You're just like necking rapeseed oil, neat rapeseed oil when you have mayonnaise now. Aquaponics is going on in Mikey's house. It's interesting. Very interesting. How do I set up aquaponics? Olive oil is so expensive. Look, any price is worth paying to not have to eat seed oil. Thank you, Hoggy. Rapeseed oil, 78%. That's Hellman's. 78% rapeseed oil. Dude, do you have any idea how cancerous that shit is? You can't eat mayonnaise from a jar anymore, man. You've got to either make your own mayonnaise or Hunter and Gather is a sponsor of the Delling Pod. I was about to get theirs because I saw Dick Dellingpole recommend it. I think if you go to the Delling Pod, you get Tameseed off. Why is rapeseed oil so bad? It's basically like engine oil, essentially. It's like it's not supposed to be like used for human consumption. It never used to be. They used to like put it in engines and stuff, and then they just started putting it in all the food. And like the heat that they have to put these oils through to get them. Like there's no oil in like a sunflower or a rapeseed, right? But the heat and the process that they have to use in order to get these oils makes them really carcinogenic and cancerous. And if you smell like the rapeseed, it smells horrible. And the color's horrible. Like, we shouldn't be eating rapeseed and rapeseed oil. It's not good for you. They did studies on like mice where they feed the mice seed oil, and you should see the state of these mice. Like, no, rapeseed oil is not good. That's what they tell you. They tell you like, oh, these rapeseed oil is so healthy. You should get rapeseed oil. It's terrible for you. They add it because it's cheap. I believe that that's the excuse why they add it. You know? Like, but you know me, I'm more paranoid than most people. I actually don't think these people are trying to make money. I think they're trying to poison us. So when it's like, oh, it's cheap rapeseed oil, it's like, it's poisonous. It's cheap and poisonous. Some people think, oh, they're using it because it's cheap. I think they're using it because it's poisonous. You know, like COVID vaccines aren't cheap. They didn't give us the Wait. No. I love COVID vaccines. I love them. I take them all the time. Haha, YouTube. Haha. I love the COVID vaccine. I recommend people get it. Ha. Phew. Almost got a guideline strike there. Almost got a guideline strike. But I didn't because I think COVID vaccines are excellent on YouTube. Because I'm contractually obliged to say so. Man, that was a close one. That was a close one. All seed oils are bad because of the processing to extract. I think that's what I was trying to say. They use chemicals. Cold-pressed seed oils are medium bad, but opt for avocado, olive, and coconut. Absolutely. No, I'm not saying rapeseed. There's no terms and conditions about rapeseed oil. Is there? I assume this is sarcasm, Lewis. I assume this has got to be sarcasm. Olive oil and coconut is all I use. Avocado's good, but I don't have any in the house. I started making my own mayonnaise with the olive oil, but olive oil's quite there's quite a taste of olive in it, basically, so it doesn't taste quite. And I've got light olive oil, but it's still a bit too oily. You know? By the way, everyone that's got a mug on order, I sent out another 2 batches today, and I've got another ready to go in the house. So by tomorrow, everyone is going to have their mugs in the post. But people should know that people that ordered from America, it takes a long time now to post shit to America. So you're going to be sitting tight for a while. Wow. Dude, some guy just bought wow. Some dude just bought 12 tickets to my comedy night. That is so cool. Wowza. Awesome. How many are left? Well, I bought initially 24, and they all sold out in the first day. And then I ordered another 144, and I think it's hard to know. I got 60 orders, but some people ordered 2, some people ordered 4. So I think I've probably sold about between 80 and 100 mugs, and I think I had 160. So I'd say 60. I'd say 60. You get a discount if you order 2. I should have done a discount for ordering 5. These are great presents as well, by the way. If you know anyone who's a Christian, you want to get them a God Wins mug. So if you're going to order, get 2. Get 4. Come Christmas time, you'll appreciate it. Dude, ketchup, like Heinz ketchup, is one of the only sauces that I use still because it doesn't have any rapeseed oil in it. Like, ketchup's one of the few condiments that I actually still use. When is Mother's Day, by the way? Is Mother's Day in March sometime? Mother's Day present, great shout. The 19th. Okay, still time. HP sauce is not what it used to be, man. They changed it. They screwed it. They messed around with the recipe. It's twat now. 19th of March. HP sauce is inedible now. I don't get it. I get like other brown sauce, which is so sad. But HP sauce is dog crap now. Is Daddy's any good? I've never tried it. I don't mind sugar now. Now that I know it's got no rapeseed oil, I'll take it. Is it? Waitrose brown sauce, you say? Sugar is the worst poison. Damn it. Yeah. I was saying about Hunter and Gather. They're a sponsor of the Delling Pod. Aldi owned brown sauce is disgusting. This is such a good stream, honestly. I love this stream. People really getting good info here. Oh, nice. Deb's bought some. Good one. It's the Source Stream, correct. Joan Jackson. That's such a cool name. Joan Jackson. You sound like a musician, Joan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to stage Joan Jackson. That's a cool name. That is a cool name. Dude, I made a couple of trips into Aldi recently. I was doing comedy in like Nottingham and Birmingham and stuff, so I was like, I needed to go to the supermarket. I was like, let me see what Aldi's saying. It's kind of weird, Aldi. Like, there's some good deals in there and stuff, and some of the fresh produce looked pretty good, but because I was just out in my car, I wasn't actually looking for fresh produce. I was just looking for like snacks or whatever. It's kind of weird in Aldi, like it's not like a supermarket. You can't like get everything you'd get in a supermarket. It's like they might have some of this, they might have some of that. You know what I mean? It's got quite a Poundland feel to it. Thanks, Alistair. My aunt used to say I sounded like a cowboy. Nice. Lidl is still family owned. Okay. Aldi is so much better than Tesco. Listen. After Tesco did the whole club card shenanigan, I'd never shop there. I never, ever, ever will shop in Tesco's anymore. I'll have to be absolutely desperate to go in Tesco's since they started doing the whole like, oh, this costs £3 if you have a club card, or like £5 if you don't have a club card. Those toads trying to force people into like the digital Mark of the Beast system. Toads. And you don't actually save any money by having a club card. You know, like the £3 price is what the price used to be. They put it up to like £5, and then they put it up from £3 to £5, and then be like, oh, club card £3. So you're still getting it. You're not getting it for £2 cheaper. It's the same price. They're just making everyone who doesn't have a club card pay £2 more. I do enjoy these good vibe streams where we just talk rubbish. Or just, not rubbish, but, you know, just... It's a nice break sometimes not to be talking about the information war all the bloody time. The Centre Isle of Dreams. Aldi. What's the Centre Isle of Dreams? Can you fry eggs with coconut oil? You sure can. They're going to taste a bit coconutty. Coconut oil you can use for everything. It's just going to have a coconutty taste. For some things, I don't mind that at all. Like if I'm making a curry or something, or a stir fry. Still waiting for you to do another classic game stream, my dude. What's a classic game stream? Was that when we talked about like video games that we used to love? Man, I used to love video games. I still do love video games, to be honest. Video games I can talk about on YouTube. Z says I fry eggs in proper batter. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got our first super chat of the evening. You know who it is. Triple P, chief sponsor of the live stream, Triple P, coming in large with a 1776 super chat from Triple P. Triple P says, Bosh, donation incoming. Posted in the Telegram for this stream is a short video about sugar and why you should avoid it. Thank you, Triple P. Let us make our way over into the Telegram, as Triple P is so kindly financially supported the live stream. Sounds like a video that we should watch. Hey, Lewis! Lewis just bought himself a God Wins mug, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Lewis, my man. Enjoy. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. Just going to get Triple P's video on the live and legal. This should be a good one. I've heard that sugar's bad for you, but I've never, properly looked into it. Present. Share screen. Brave tab. Here we go. Let's do it.
Warning. You may never eat sugar again after watching this video.
Well, that's going to be difficult, guy.
You'll dramatically cut down the amount of sugar that you consume.
Okay.
And I think everyone knows that sugar is bad. It affects almost every part of your body. It causes weight gain. But what I want to do is I want to just take one little thing in your body and talk about the effects of sugar on that one thing. And that is going to be the red blood cells.
Okay.
In fact, the red blood cell is how they measure your blood sugars, okay, and how they even diagnose diabetes through a test called A1C. A1C is a test that measures how much sugar is stuck to the red blood cell.
Okay.
When the red blood cell, or at least the protein part of the red blood cell called hemoglobin, is exposed to sugar, there's this chemical reaction or binding that occurs, and that's called glycation. So glycation is the amount of sugar that binds with that hemoglobin and that renders it inactive. It can't work anymore. And so based on how much sugar you have stuck to your hemoglobin can determine what your A1C is. So let's say, for example, you have an A1C of 5.7 or less. That would be considered normal. And so the term 5.7% just refers to you have 5.7% of the total amount of hemoglobin in your blood that is stuck to this sugar molecule. So if it's between 5.7% to 6.4%, you're a pre-diabetic.
Wow.
And when it gets over 6.4%, you're a diabetic.
Right.
Now, what does all this mean in simple terms? Well, the red blood cell should normally be very, very flexible. It should be able to hold oxygen and carry oxygen to the tissues, and it shouldn't be very sticky. It should free flow and carry oxygen to the body and release the oxygen, and then also pick up the CO2 and bring that back into the lungs where it can be reoxygenated. So the more that this protein in your red blood cell gets stuck with the sugar, the more your red blood cells are going to be stiff. It's going to be very, very...
Oh, by the way, Campbell Gray. Dude, I see you bought 2 mugs. I really appreciate it, man. I just spotted that on my phone. So 4 minutes ago, my man Campbell bought 2 mugs, and I just wanted to say thank you to Campbell before we go on. Didn't want you to think I missed you, bro. Thank you.
Sticky, and it's going to form clumps, and so that increases your risk of getting a clot. But when the red...
Don't tell me how bad sugar is while wearing Cadbury purple, bro. That's funny.
Blood cell becomes stiff. It can't bend anymore. So what happens is the blood flows through your arteries into smaller arteries, and then tiny vessels called capillaries, they get stuck, okay? And so we have the arteries that push the blood down to the end of your body, like the toes and the fingers, and that's where the capillaries are, that then kind of goes in reverse and becomes the venous system, the veins, and then brings the blood back up through the lungs to start this whole cycle over. So the arteries are filled with this red blood that's oxygenated, and then as we use the oxygen, the return blood flow to the veins are like a bluish red because they have less oxygen. But if your red blood cell is not flexible, if it's rigid, if it's stiff, it can't bend, it gets stuck in the capillaries, and then that starves off the tissues. And this is why a diabetic starts noticing tingling in the fingertips and usually the toes or the bottom of the foot. They start feeling an abnormal sensation like numbness or even pain or burning. What's happening is the blood cells are too stiff and they can't seem to get through the pipes. And then we starve off the tissues with oxygen, we starve off the nerves with oxygen, and they start to die. That is the first change that happens on the road to necrosis or gangrene, where the tissues actually die.
Right.
And when the tissues don't get oxygen and they start dying, you start having an increase of unfriendly microbes, it's called pathogens, and unfriendly fungus. And so when you have gangrene, you have a lot of infection going on in the body because certain pathogens thrive in this low oxygen environment. And this is where you get amputation when someone's a diabetic. It starts off as peripheral neuropathy where the nerves are affected, and then you get the ulcers, and then you start getting necrosis or dying tissue, and then gangrene, and they have to start to remove different sections of your foot, maybe starting with the toe or the ankle or whatever. So the effects of this interaction between sugar and this protein really messes up the red blood cell. It really brings down the red blood cell's ability to carry oxygen. It also reduces the volume of red blood cells. So think about this. If you're anemic, normally people take iron or B12, but is it really going to work on top of this problem where your diet is very, very high in sugar, actually creating or causing the anemia, and then you take some iron? Is that going to really help you? The answer is no. Or another symptom related to not being able to carry oxygen, you're going to start climbing stairs and getting out of breath easier. You're going to have a hard time exercising because you're not going to have the wind or the oxygen. And so you're going to get tuckered out really fast. And so you're going to start taking things to stimulate your energy like caffeine and things to boost your energy, when in fact, you just need to fix the red blood cell. So when these red blood cells can't fit through the capillaries, the other tissue that it affects is the eyes. This is why you have a higher incidence of visual problems, diabetic retinopathy, where you actually can go blind because you're basically starving off the nerves that the eye needs to function. I mean, think about what the retina is. It's the extension of your brain. It's all neurological tissue. And so it needs to be fed oxygen through the vascular system. But a lot of different problems with the eye.
You guys are cracking me up. Luckily, we're near the end of days. Hopefully, I'll be out of here before they need to chop one of my legs off.
Are related to this issue of this.
No, I've not heard of Huel. What's that?
Blood cell. And the term for it is called glycogen.
Wait. Rachel Parker. Rachel Parker coming in strong with the mug order, folks. Big up yourself, Rachel. Hey, Rachel's actually ordered the Fish Dog Vest Pack. Oh, even better. It's a good product. Enjoy.
But you have negative effects to the retina. Okay, so that's going to be, you're not going to see as well. You're going to have problems like glaucoma, cataracts. You're going to have problems macular.
Triple pieces. I used to wear glasses and contact lenses until I cut down the sugar. That is wild, man. That is wild that you can just like get your sight back.
Degeneration. So
it's a good video, by the way, Triple P. Thank you.
Diet, and you start to need glasses because you can't see. So you just keep getting thicker and thicker glasses, when in reality, you need to change your diet. Now, another area of the body that's affected is your gums. Your gums can be more susceptible to getting an infection called periodontal disease, okay? That is another complication of this problem with the red blood cells. You also have the kidney, okay? The kidney is very susceptible to this high level of sugar because think about what the kidneys are. They are these mini little filters that are filtering blood. They're like a capillary type tissue. So we're going to get a lot of destruction in the kidney. And the kidney makes a certain thing called erythropoietin, which helps make red blood cells in your bone marrow. So if we don't have enough erythropoietin, then we're not going to generate the number of red blood cells. I mean, your bone marrow makes like 2 million red blood cells a second. So it's like a machine that's cranking out these red blood cells. So with the consumption.
Louise, I love you. Louise knows what she's doing, folks. Louise has purchased some a double pack of the Godwin's double-sided 11-ounce drinking mug. Thank you so much, Louise. Big love.
Sugar, you can't make those red blood cells.
It's a good video, Triple P.
So you become anemic. So you're always kind of tired and you're always kind of lacking oxygen, especially when you exercise. Now,
thank you.
The thing that makes your blood red is iron, okay? And so when you have this problem with glycation, the damage causes the iron to be released from the red blood cell, and then it interacts with the inside
Subscribing
of
to
the
this
artery.
guy.
I mean, think about when you expose iron to oxygen, it rusts, right? So now this iron literally creates a rusting effect because there's oxygen going on, and that causes little holes in your arteries, okay? So it increases the permeability of the artery, and that's where you get the lesions and the start of plaquing and clotting. And then what happens is a Band-Aid is your body heals it with cholesterol, like a little Band-Aid. And what do people do? They go on a low cholesterol or low fat diet.
It's all sugar.
No, because it's the high carb diet that's creating the whole thing in the first place. So this is why the low fat diet or the low cholesterol diet is not workable for removing plaque in your arteries. So now those are some of the effects that can be created. And I'm just talking about the red blood cell. Now, I want to give you a little more understanding of the significance of this A1C as it relates to your blood sugars. A1C is actually a better test than testing your blood sugars because it gives you an average of your blood sugars for about 3 months, okay? And you can even buy home testing kits to measure your own A1C, okay? So I'm not endorsing any units out there, but you can look them up and buy a test to measure it yourself. But the problem with checking your blood sugars every so often is that it just shows a snapshot of what's happening right at that point. The A1C gives you an average of everything. So it's a much more accurate test for what's happening on average. Because let's say, I don't know, you check yourself on Wednesdays and you always eat good on Wednesdays, but then the rest of the week is crappy. You'll pick this up on the A1C test. Now, a normal blood sugar should be, roughly about 80, 85, okay, milligrams per deciliter, okay? And as far as A1C numbers go, that would
find out
be
your
a
A1C number?
4.5% A1C, okay? And so you can see that's much less than the 5.7%, which is kind of the borderline between normal and prediabetes. And so as the blood sugars go up, the A1C goes up. So if your A1C is 7.0%, your blood sugars are going to be around 154. But if your A1C is like 13.5%, your blood sugars are like over 400. Okay, it's very, very high. Now, what does this mean about the quantity of sugar that you're eating? When you have normal blood sugars, which is, let's just say 80, okay, 80 milligrams per deciliter.
Okay.
That is 1 teaspoon of sugar, which is roughly about 4 grams of sugar in all of your blood. So we have about 7 liters of blood, which is about 1.5 gallons of blood. And all
Rachel
that blood,
Parker, are you out there?
Sugar will give you.
Rachel Parker's come back and bought 2 mugs as well. Rachel, are you in the chat, Rachel? Or are you just randomly buying loads of shit on my website? Not even in the stream. God bless you if you're out there.
When you're eating of 80, okay, which is actually very, very small amount of sugar compared to the amount of sugar that an average person consumes. An average person in America consumes about 60 to 65% of all of their calories.
Dude, remember my first ever stand-up comedy hour that I was going to release was called Food, and it was all about how dangerous sugar is for you. And that's when the establishment first started trying to destroy me. It was when I started telling people don't eat processed food, basically. That really pissed them off. Now I know why. One of their favorite ways to poison people is through food.
Carbohydrates. And these carbohydrates eventually turn into sugar. So that's a tremendous amount of sugar that is in our bodies. And so if your blood sugars are 80, which is normal, and you're eating a lot of sugar, how can that be? Well, it's because you have that hormone insulin that is coming in. They're working like crazy to rip all that sugar out of your bloodstream as fast as you put it in, okay? But that's going to catch up with you because eventually it's going to get tired. The pancreas is going to get exhausted, and then you're going to have less and less insulin. And that's when the sugars start going higher. But just because your blood sugars are normal does not mean that sugar is not
thank you,
affecting other
Rachel.
parts of the body, because
you're in there.
The insulin
You're gonna
goes
love
up
him.
and it rips out this sugar and puts it. Where do you think it's going? It's putting in other places in the body. It's turning into fatty liver. It's turning into problems with visceral fat. Now, this other point I want to mention is 1 teaspoon of sugar is what's in all of your blood, which gives you a normal blood reading of 80 milligrams per deciliter, right?
Mm.
Well, let's say, for example, your blood sugar is 126, okay? That's definitely above normal. How much sugar is in your blood to give that reading? Well, it's only 1.25 teaspoons. So it's not that much more.
Huh.
That is raising it all the way up to 126. So what you have to realize is it doesn't take much sugar to raise your glucose and create a higher A1C. So you might be thinking, well, I don't eat that much sugar, just a little bit each day. Well, you're creating this effect to the red blood cell. So I just wanted to increase your awareness. But when you eat sugar and the following few hours or the day after, and you feel kind of tired, or your vision is off, or you get moody, now you know what's happening. Your red blood cells are becoming stiffened and they're being stuck together. So I challenge you to do an experiment, okay, in the next week. Just cut out the sugar and notice how much more oxygen you have. Notice how much more energy you have, because now the red blood cells are a lot more flexible. They can fit through the capillaries. They can actually deliver oxygen to your tissues, which is a really good thing. Now, if you haven't seen my video on diabetes, which I've done a long time ago, I think that would be a really good video to watch now. Check it out. I put it right here.
Nice. Listen, that was a good video. Thanks, Triple P. It was a sweet video. Cut down my sugar. Okay, on that subject, I'm going to go and get a new mug of tea in my Godwin's drinking mug. Available, link in description. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the second part of this stream. All right, folks. See you in a memento. Okay? Dude, when I fasted, I was also surprised how much energy I had, JP. Fasting is actually super good for you, but it is difficult. But I need to do it again. I keep getting stuck. Hempera says, fun fact, THC also lowers blood sugar. Interesting. Unfortunately, when you smoke weed, you have to eat, 10 pounds of dairy milk. Okay. I'm getting tea. See you in a moment. Guys, I'm back. Relax. Oh, see you later, Cunin. Cunin stunts off. Bye, dude. Peace. Peace to your hair grease that you wouldn't have if you used baking soda in your hair. How do you guys feel if the thermos is engraved with God wins in it rather than it being the actual logo? Does it need to be the logo, or if it just says God wins, is that good enough? I need to charge my phone. I'm back, folks. I'm back. You should see how good I am. By the way, Triple P, thank you for buying 4 mugs. Triple P shelled out on mugs while you guys were here staring at the chair. So big up Triple P again in the chat. Do you know? I don't know where this stream would be if it wasn't for Triple P. Legitimately, you know. Dee-dee. Ah, Lisa Prangley. Thank you for getting a double pack. Lisa just bought herself a couple of mugs. Man, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I went into the house to get a cup of tea, and Joe was really excited about all the mugs that have been purchased. Like, we realized this week that we love doing merchandise. Like, me and Joe love doing merchandise. We love, like, folding all the little mug boxes, and I've been wrapping them in bubble wrap and putting them in the boxes. Like, it's a really, like... And you get really good at the sort of the... I didn't want to do them through Printify. Like, Stuart, the guy that designed them, really kind of him was like, you might want to look at Printify, and they do blah, blah, blah per mug, and all the hassle is taken off you doing Printify, right? But then I would have had to charge, like, $25 for a mug or something in order to make, like, any money. And it's like, nah, I'd rather do all the folding and blah, blah, blah myself and charge people 12 quid. You know what I mean? Like, I've got time to fold shit. And like, there's lots of different phases to doing mugs. First of all, I've got a big roll of bubble wrap. I have to cut that off. Then the cardboard boxes come flat packed because I got a good deal on them. I ordered like 400 mug boxes. So they're like 40p a box or something. This is how I was able... Because another thing I wanted to do was keep the postage and the packaging costs down. If you notice, the postage and packaging cost is £2.99. It costs £2.95 to mail a mug now. Like, all the prices have gone up. So by doing postage and packaging at $2.99, it's basically I'm losing money on the post and packaging. But because I was able to get packaging for like 40 pence, because I also not only do I bubble wrap them, but I also masking tape them round just to make sure nothing untoward happens to them in transit. So I've really enjoyed it. I've really actually enjoyed, like, selling merchandise again, going to the post office, making all these neat little packages. Like, I really enjoy it. Like, having your own business is really fun. There's nothing that my favorite alert on my phone is a little thing that says, you've sold a comedy ticket or you've sold a mug. Or it feels so much better than, like, anything else. Because it's your own business, Same, Cruiser. Same. I'm also going to eat minimal rapeseed oil and sugar for a week. You won't believe how much stuff rapeseed oil's in, dude. Once you start checking ingredients, you realize that rapeseed oil is just everywhere, man. How long does it take to process at the post office? I don't need to go to the post office because I've got my own. Back when I was doing like hoodies and t-shirts and stuff, I invested in a Dymo extra large label printer, right? So you can check them out on the internet. And I print my own labels down there. I slap the label on, and then I just take them to the drop box and drop them in there. So I don't even have to go to the post office. Yes, we ship, Beth, we ship to the US. We ship to the US. We ship to the US. I fill out a little customs form. I've got loads of them printed out over there. How much that is? It's £9.99 to ship to the US. So if you're going to get an order to the US, I suggest you get like 2 mugs or 4 mugs because the mugs are not expensive, but the shipping is, right? So if you get like 2 mugs or 4 mugs or whatever, it's worth it. You can get 1 mug shipped to the US, but you're paying the same amount for shipping as you're paying for the mug, pretty much, you know? But it's pretty much the same cost for me to send 4 mugs. It's a little bit more, but it's, you know, not that much more to send 4 mugs as it is to send 1. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, the green Godwin's zip hoodies, you know, the sage green hoodies that we were talking about? I've got the prototype. I'm going to go and pick it up tomorrow. So we're also going to be having in stock green Godwin's zip hoodies. So you're going to get a look at them tomorrow. So that should be exciting. Anywhere outside the UK is $9.99 shipping. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, you can't. The zip hoodies are gorgeous. The one high quality product he was able to still get is the green hoodies. I mean, the zip hoodies, but I've just got them in green because everyone was like green. Yeah, people are going to go, you're going to go nuts for these green hoodies, I'm going to tell you. And what I'm going to do with the green hoodies is I'm just going to put them on pre-order for a week on my website. And then after a week, once everyone's ordered, I'll then get printed that exact amount because I can't afford to, like, I used to order like 2,000, like I used to order like a couple of hundred hoodies and spend like $4,000 on hoodies. I can't afford to do that anymore. So we just have to do a pre-order. Dude, we can ship to Australia. We can ship to Australia. Let me check how much it is right now. I'm going to go onto Royal Mail right now, and I'll tell you, I've shipped stuff to you in Australia before, Chi-Chi. I know I have. Sending. Send an item now. So let's say I want to send Australia, mainland, small parcel. Yeah, not a problem. Australia is basically the same as the US. So, yeah, order away. Chi-Chi, if you want to order a mug, get on the website. The link's in the description. Order away. Adrian! Adrian's got himself a mug and a half coming. Big up yourself, Adrian. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a Godwin's hoodie, the green zip hoodie, yeah. Adrian. Yeah, I can't wait to get the green hoodies going. I've got some new chilled out music on here. Yeah, well, if we can do hoodies, we can do mugs, bro. By the way, I realize that people are women when I call them bro. It's what happens. No, we're not doing socks yet. Not doing socks yet. Maybe we will one day. Beth! Holy cow! Beth's gone in. Thank you, Beth. Oh, God bless. Beth, you got 4 mugs on the way. God bless you. I appreciate it. I'll get them in the post today. Oh, nice one. You've already ordered. Sweet. Oh, they're probably on the way then. You'd wear fish dog socks, eh? Well, maybe we'll get you some. Maybe we'll get you some. Maybe we shall get you some. Oh, thank you, Beth. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone, man. You've been so supportive of the merchandise. I can't believe I stopped doing the merchandise because they canceled my YouTube channel. Man, I never should have done. I should have kept going. The God Wins merch has indeed been a success. I mean, this design, it's thanks to Stuart, because this design is sweet. Like the kind of like shadowed grey. It's so nice. And the print job that this company have done is so good. You know, I almost want to message the guy and be like, look, what else can you do? Like, because he doesn't do any thermoses or anything like that, but I wish he did. Yeah, maybe I should put my old stuff on Rumble. I've got it all on my computer. We still want a God Wins zombie apocalypse machete. We'll see what we can do. I don't think I can start selling machetes without getting in some kind of trouble. Lisa, your hubby would love the socks, eh? Okay. Jules in the house. What's up, Jules? Reusable coffee mug is kind of like the thermal cup, isn't it? Reusable coffee mug, sort of drinking flask, is definitely on the radar. That's definitely next up. Definitely next up. Oh, Beth says, I can give you more money because my son is now working and contributing to the household. Congratulations. How old is your son, Beth? I'm sure we can talk about that on YouTube. Yeah, I definitely need to get a coffee mug. I think the thermal cup that I showed you should be like usable for like a hot drink, you know? I also really need a good coffee mug. I've only got one and it's not very good. A 19-year-old and a 30-year-old. Nice. You know what? I think I've actually had enough tea for tonight, though. I shouldn't really be drinking tea this late, should I? 9:30. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's the problem with these mugs. They're so much fun to use. You know? You end up drinking more tea than you planned to, but at least it's not got sugar in it. I bought so many mug boxes that I might do a second God Wins design on a mug. I might see if, you know the little fish design that we had? I might get some of those done. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do 144 again, though. Oh, yeah, I quite like a turmeric latte. I don't know if that's what you were suggesting, a turmeric latte or not. They're quite tasty, though. It's a good stream, man. The good vibe streams I really enjoy. I just have to really police myself not to talk about anything, you know, truthful here on YouTube. Because, you know, it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. I'd like to keep this channel just talk nonsense. Yeah, it's properly chilled, man. I've got the chill out music. I'm chilled. I'm loving life today, to be honest. I am loving life today. Hey, Cosmic Kangaroo. You were speaking the truth on the mugs. They look amazing. When did you get yours? Have you got yours already? You must have been a first batcher. I haven't seen Neil Oliver's rant today. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to talk about that. No, you might not be able to hear any music because it's on in my background. YouTube can be good vibes, health stream, Rumble, everything else. Yeah, I'm up for that. I'm well up for that. Well uppers. Yeah, I was going to ask people to send pictures of them with their God Wins mug into the Telegram chat, if possible. If possible. First batches are definitely preppers. For sure. You can't upload pics to the channel. Oh. Maybe send it to me on Twitter then, and I'll put it into the channel myself. Yeah, I would actually like to get Calvin on the. I would actually like to get Calvin on the live stream, and I think somebody messaged him, and he said, "Yeah, I would do that if I was asked." I don't know if that was a real message or whatever, but yeah, I'm definitely going to ask him. It's just I don't know. I feel bad asking because my channel's so small. So someone like Calvin who's on like the TV, I feel like, oh, why would he want to come and talk to me? But I guess, you know, if he would, that'd be great. Exactly. Calvin is much in demand. That's the thing. Ah, it was you. And he said yes. Yeah, see? That's what made me be like, oh man, I can't believe I haven't asked him yet. I'm going to ask him tomorrow. Nothing wrong with asking. Yeah, no, I've got to now. Whoa. Michael Krasanowski. Thank you very much for the purchase, Michael. 4 mugs going to Canada. Yo, Michael, thank you so much, man. You people are so cool. 4 mugs on the way to Canada. These God wins mugs are actually going to be going like all over the world. That's so cool. Isn't it? You know? Ah, thanks, Michael. Crasington. 4 more mugs. 4 more mugs. 4 more mugs. Did I get the tune right? Yeah, dude. I'm going to ask Calvin tomorrow. I'm going to suck it up. Sorry you're stuck with Trudeau, Michael. But who's not stuck with like a globalist shill world leader at the moment? You know, like everyone is. Let's get at least 1 mug to each continent. Dude, the green hoodies, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm so excited to get a look at the green, because the zip hoodies are pretty gorge. Just black. And ever since somebody said sage green, I'm like, you know what? Green is a nice color. I've got a green hoodie on here. Quite like I bought this because I like the color green. But you know, like Adidas hoodies are such a rip-off. They're like £50 or something. Hoodies don't need to be like £57. It's how much this hoodie was. And it's not as good as the hoodies I sell. BRB. Throw my tea away. Dude, it's freezing. It is freezing. Fun idea. Pick a random address abroad and send a mug. It might bring someone to God. That's not a bad idea, you know. It's not a bad idea. I should tithe by sending out free mugs. It's not a bad shout. Michael Donnelly. Michael, thank you for your purchase. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. 3 mugs. Dude, you're such a winner. 3 mugs to Australia. We're selling mugs to Australia now, thanks to Michael. Man, I've got so much mailing out to do tomorrow. I love it. Have you ever considered selling merch at your gigs? Yes, I have, actually, since I got these mugs. I can't believe it. Australia. Dude. Thank God my printer didn't broke yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to have such a busy day tomorrow. I can't wait. I love being busy. I've really been praying to God to get me, like, just for me to be more busy and do more work. And it's really coming into fruition now. Through the God Wins merch. Who would have thought it? I can't believe I stopped. What an idiot. What an idiot. I don't think my label printer uses ink. I think it's like a laser printer or something. Because it just never seems... There's nowhere for ink to go and it just prints things. So, I don't know how that works. I've had a text from Power Grid. They think we're imbeciles. Are they... I remember the 70s when we had real snowdrifts. Are they trying to say that that snow that came down today is going to turn power off? Come on. Can't sell merch if you don't sell merch. Good point, yeah. Interesting point. I can't believe how many mugs we've sold today from this Good Vibes stream. It's nuts. I'm actually going to sell out of these if this keeps going, you know. Because people are ordering like 3-4 mugs at a time. I'm going to sell out of these. I might have to get some more. If I get some more, I'm going to do a different God Wins design as well. Thermal printing. It must be thermal printing. Bible covers. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. Bible covers is a good shout, you know. God save the stream bookmark. Have they been saying that this snow is going to bring disaster? Barely any snow. What's the weather forecast saying? Are they saying it's going to be like snow o'clock? Weather. Oh yeah, they're going to say they're saying it's snowing at 2 a.m. and then it's going to snow all day tomorrow. Oh yeah, they're saying it's snowing today and tomorrow. I think that, and then it's going to rain all week. Man, I'm just, because I know that they manipulate the weather, it's quite hard to convince me that, you know, this is some troublesome snowstorm. It's like, yeah, but are you doing it? You know what I mean? The weather forecast is nuts, yeah. Okay. Well, thanks very much for today, folks. I really enjoyed my Good Vibes stream. I hope you got some good vibes out of it. I know I did. You know? And we'll be back tomorrow. Good news. We'll be back tomorrow on YouTube for another Good Vibes stream tomorrow. Oh, thanks, guys. It was really fun, wasn't it? Really enjoyed it. Peace out. Ding, 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 ding. bless everyone. It was good, wasn't it? See you tomorrow, guys. Peace.